Jiyoon Lee is the author of Foreigner's Folly, Fun Science Bite Size, and IMMA. She is the winner of the Joanne Cargill Prize, and her manuscript was a finalist for the 1913 First Book Prize in 2012. Her poems and translations appeared in Asymptote, 1111, The Volta, Pank, Bambi Muse, Seven Corners, The Animated Reader, Poetry of Surround Audience, and now Awards 3. Most recently, she is a translator for Cheer Up Femme Fatale by Kim Yidium, I want to say. Okay. Coming from Action Books. She was born in South Korea and came to the United States as a teen. She received her MFA in creative writing from the University of Notre Dame. Jiyoon, thank you.
Thanks for the lovely bio. Hello, everyone. I just need to come clean first, though. I didn't really write this book at all. This foreign girl who wrote this book lived an incredibly similar life to mine, but she's dead, and I'm just reading this book in remembrance of her. So this girl learned her English by listening to cassette tapes that were delivered to her weekly. And it was an English lesson, and it's kind of like Dora the Explorer. Like, you'll be asked a question, and then there'd be a pause, and you have to answer it. And there's this so-called native speaker, the native speaker, who was talking to her, waiting for her to answer, listening to her. And at her impressionable age, she just fell in love with the native speaker that she's never met. Just heard the voice of that she was learned to imitate, to just form her own image after. So she went to the United States and ended up in rural Texas. And what she found out is that because she's only been talking to the cassette tapes, she could only talk to objects like stop sign, roadkills, and telephones. So this is her dialogue exercise, talking with the objects. Dialogue exercise 1. Hello, my name is. Hello. I'm from a foreign country, and my English came from a cassette tape in a Redbird that makes crinkling noises. My concentration is on unsuccessful repeating, and my parents were born in a photo booth. My parents haven't developed yet, but they can make phone calls. My English is limited, but not limited to xylophone noises. I only speak a little, but that doesn't have anything to do with my lack of speech organs. My tiny mouth can steadfastly chew what is fed and will not bite a feeding hand. I am a student, and I will learn to love you. Hello, cassette tape. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. It's the well-timed response on your part. I'm fine, thank you. It's a reflex I didn't think through on my part. You lack more body parts than I do, but you sound more convincing than I do. I do, since you're a boy and I'm a girl. But there's nothing left here but charred remains of an unidentifiable animal. Thank you. You're welcome. You're all talk. Say it to my face, you motherfucker. But I lost my face years ago. I'd say talk to the hand, but my hand picked up a bad habit of running off with strangers. I don't know where I picked up that expression to begin with. I'm a good listener, but that doesn't mean I understand you. Hello, pawn shop. I wanted a new voice box, so I purchased a jukebox. The jack in the box could not understand my name, so I became a Jill. Jack and Jill were walking down the street, but the joke never happened. Jack and Jill went up the hill, but nobody ended up getting creamed by a runaway truck. Jill, that would sound like a slobbering noise made by a dog too old to dodge an 18-wheeler. Jill, is an obscene word in my made-up language. Statutory does not mean of a state or of statue. There's always white bird poos trickling down on any statue that signifies impotence. There's always a dead animal lying on the highway in this country. The surface street is hardly surreptitious, considering my compulsive hopping on one leg. There is no pedestrian pathway, and it does not matter. That's what I like about Texas. Hello street sign is a whole new day. Apparently I stole a banana today. And a banana sounds the same in my noise language, banana. I was asked a few questions, but it wasn't a spelling bee. They wanted to fill out a form, but I already forgot my name. Here's a secret. Everything that I have is stolen from somebody. Here's another secret. I do not plan to stop. On the surface street, I was asked to hop on a pickup truck. You were a handful, I was a mouthful, you were a handsy, and I was muffled in the back seat. The radio sang, "That's what I like about Texas." But I only caught this catchy tune. I thought I swallowed my tongue, but I only caught tuberculosis. I only caught on the trend, but I'm already out of season. I only cut my wrists to show them, but the mangled dogs on the asphalt stole my spotlight. Hello, roadkill. Why won't you answer my phone calls? Why won't you reply to my seasonal greeting cards? Why does your voicemail make strange splashing noises at irregular intervals? Hello, Mother. It's a brand new day. Is off-brand synonymous for what I am today? In a question, verb precedes noun apparently, but I am not the one asking questions. I'm just asking for trouble. I'm just asking for it the way I'm walking. Hello, truck driver. Yes, a ride home would be lovely. But will you please dial 911 without conjuring the images of burning buildings? My plastered body on the asphalt sounds poetic. No, the gurgling and splashing is my voice. The trickling and spitting is your language. Will you call my mother and leave her a message? I would leave a message after the tone, but the tone never came. Hello, I'm from a foreign country, and I'm aware nobody asked. Hello, I'm from a foreign country, and I'm aware nobody asked for me. Nobody asked for it when bad things happened to them. Hello, I'm from a foreign country, and I'm aware nobody asked about it, but I have to repeat myself before my face rubs off. Every time a car goes by, more unrecognizable the roadkills become. Hello, I'm from a foreign country, and I'm just a nobody. In this empty room, the words echo over and over and over again, reverting back to noise that they are. There is no body here, but it is clear this is a crime scene. Why do bad things always happen to good people? Those poems need to be read in the mask. It's not my choice. It's just, that's the way it's supposed to be. So these poems are really kind of melancholy and beautiful. And a lot of them are actually love poems written to this elusive native speaker, or the native speaker. I'm gonna read some of the love poems. Missing person. I never met the native speaker, but I knew his voice. I purchased his superior greetings, but my voice is still crinkling. I never met the native speaker, but he was already wearing the pants in our relationship. I hear lovers start to look alike, but I never appeared in the Polaroid. I opened the phrase book, but I couldn't find my prescribed existence. I opened the phrase book, but there was nothing left in my open mouth. My love, I'm an open book, but why? Oh, why can't you read me? Dead letter office. The greeting card won't record my inferior greeting. The damaged record only lets out moaning noises. My infidel message to the world was lost in translation. But the pull string doll, missing its string, won't stop perfectly enunciating, I love you, I love you. Today, I wrote a love letter, and it was returned with its grammatical errors corrected. Today, I wrote a ransom note, and there was no reply, and there was no hostage. Today, I wrote a suicide note, but I needed someone to proofread it for me. I wrote a poem. The poem was lonely. And I hear there's a lot of different forms of love. This is one of them. And love is supposedly about not having to say sorry. I think I heard something like that. But when you're made of apologies and your body is apology, it's hard not to say sorry. So these are some apologetic poems. Oh, and spell check machine is kind of another embodiment of the native speaker, who's essentially like making a holy trinity of the father English, the spell check machine, and the native speaker, and they all like are guardian of this capital E English. And so the spell check machine is being invoked several times in this book. Dear spell check machine, forgive my unorthodox canonization of my canine words. Grant me permanent correction, or so I shall die. Pardon my neurotic existence exercises. I never thought I could accommodate my lust for you. Do you like my fictional lust? Love songs are always controversial when they're not about a maiden and her knife. Butcher poem. I'm fresh off the boat, and now I'm fresh meat. I'm fresh meat, but I'm also a butcher of this language. I thought I felt closer to the cows, but the cow says moo with perfect pronunciation. Walter, forgive my meat tongue. Forgive my soul. Forgive me, for I have sins. As I butcher on, the cows frown, the readers frown, and the stars frown upon my bloody hands. So, believe it or not, this book of poems are love poems, but love can get ugly when there's, bad power dynamics that makes things ugly. And when I say ugly, it's like knife building, blood everywhere kind of ugly for this book. So it is a bloody love poem. Dear native speaker, beauty supposedly is only skin deep, but it was proven otherwise with my Swiss Army knife. They say love has a face, but that's just an English expression now. There's blood splatter all over my Egyptian cotton, that turned out not to be mine. The Africanized bees are searching for honey in the holes that turned out to be your eye sockets. I was prepared for the worst, but you, my darling native speaker, you could still mutter beautifully. I still don't understand what you're saying, but you're still adequate for Frenching. Stay still. So there are a lot of bloody poems, and might as well go all the way with more blood poems. I've been reading a lot of melancholy poems of this like needs to be loved kind of poems. So I'm gonna read some maybe like angry poems, you know, like sadness and depression is anger turned inward, so like externalizing it and flipping back up. Seems like a fun thing to do. And yeah, so, and I'm bleeding today, so like that's perfect. More blood. You can't handle my blood hole. I'm a manhandle, my fat backs like a boss. I'm a boorish catcall, your fun sex like a man. The bags under my eyes are the death nuggets, combo with my age-defying eye creme brulee. They're harder than the bricks you shat in my purse during our movie night. And just for that, I'm a torture house lit with your beeswax. I'm a rug burn this place down like a boss on top of his secretary. Mind your own baloney business and go making my balcony suicide sandwich. Did I sound angry? I found a poem under the rug that was foreign, benign, malign, and forlorn, cute as a button, weak like the bee's knees. Pull my leg, and I break your leg. The knee-biter prom queen would like to conclude your vasectomy. Fight the curb, cut the carb, and thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Your synergistic globalization is my conglomerate prostitution. The traffic gent my knees under your arms, and you may kiss your mail order bite for a second thought. The picture of yours that I framed claims its innocence. The incense in your return crate smells of burnt creme brulee. The valet parking calls for a lap dog cremation. And in the backstage, another dog bites the dust. And since we have ice cream, I don't know if we still have them, but I thought ending my reading with something sweet would be nice. I pulled this suicide out of my ass. Dear diary, mommy says no pink frosting. Dear diary, Dirty Sanchez is my favorite. Dear diary, bestiality is not my best man. Award of Japan boasts for such untoward corpulation of corporeal repugnancy that involves pugs and ugly penises. And there's a reason American Embassy doesn't offer refugee runts much, no relief, orgasm, or personal space. Other than slits on the wrist, they're more fashionable than cunts made out of cuts. They can't run far from this cock-a-doodle-doo. This should be considered animal cruelty. Yes, sirree. Even mongrel deserves more than goo for dinner. Mongoloids may do their morbid things and their mangled home, but no, sir. Mangy dogs deserve better than Mongolian beef party back in the Oriental carpet cleaning service parking lot, which mommy subscribes as a loyal customer. Dear diary, the bareback sugar cookies mommy brought me may tempt me to transgress, but bestiality ain't gonna be my best man. My wedding cake will have pink frosting in its cavity, and my premarital cream pie will not involve animal ingredients. Dear diary, my dirty pink is better than your dirty blonde. Dear mommy, fuck yourself with your poodle caboodles. Dear pull-out method, dear machismo, dear masochism that involves caca. Dear Matthew, save me from the piggyback riding. Dear matricide, dear arsenide, dear suicide, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Thank you.